What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Tovolar Dire Overlord in Historic Brawl. Tovolar is a 3-mana Gruul commander, human werewolf, 3/3. Basically a wolf and werewolf matters commander, so whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control, daybound, and then you can see the nightbound side there. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to player, draw cards, same effect. And then we have essentially a pump effect and give them trample, which can definitely help close the game. I didn't focus too much on the daybound, nightbound factor. It's kind of hard to keep track of. It's not a very intuitive mechanic. Let's read it real quick. Does it even say? No, I think basically daybound, nightbound, if I remember correctly, I'm going to butcher this, but it's like if you don't cast any spells, it flips to nighttime, and then you have to cast 2 spells to flip it back to daytime. Something like that. Oh, here we go. Okay, day. If it becomes day or night, if a daybound permanent enters the battlefield, back day and night for the rest of the game. As it becomes day, transform all nightbound permanents. If the player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night next turn. Yeah, so anyway, we have like the Celestis here, which does affect day-night, and we can control day-night if we want to, but I didn't build the deck around that. The deck's built around wolves and werewolves, right? And trying to get in combat damage and draw a bunch of cards, because it says whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage, so it counts each creature. So for each creature we deal combat damage with, we draw a card, so obviously this can be a huge card advantage engine, and we have tons of wolves, you know? That's it, wolves and werewolves, right? I mean, ranger class makes a wolf, right? Werewolf pack leader, you know, I don't want to go through them all, but there's a billion wolves and werewolves in this deck, and essentially the point is just to get in and smack the opponent. We have support cards like Roaming Throne, because why not? You know, cards like this are so good in the deck. And then we have other types of support like Garruk's Uprising to draw more cards, or Tribute to the World Tree to pump our smaller creatures / draw cards. Rhythm the Wild to give everything haste if we want. So yeah, that's essentially the deck. There's not a whole lot to break down. Top end would be Explosive Singularity. We can just do 10 damage to any target. Since we're going to have a bunch of creatures, we could maybe even cast this for double red, do 10 damage to the opponent's face. Embercleave, obviously this gets cost reduced as well, and so this can be a way to seal the game as well. Typical mana base, you know, just Gruul lands, fetches, all that kind of stuff. So let's get into the games. Let's see if we can get some wins. This is you know, if anyone's ever played against this deck, it's very good. It's sneaky good. It seems like when you read it, you're like, oh, this is like a gimmicky day-night kind of card, but no, it's very, very good. Essentially, if you're reading cards and they say, if you do this thing, draw a bunch of cards, they're usually pretty good. So let's see if we can actually pilot this deck and get some wins. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. For everyone who's interested, there is a Discord for the channel now, link in the description if you want to hang out with other people who watch the channel, talk magic.
This is a great place for it.
Or anything else.
Mixes things up. Like standard,
Tovolar, there we go.
the latest sets.
So yeah, join the Discord. Oh wow, that was a quick... We got right into a game. That was fast. Xanathar. Okay. Well, we got Gruul versus Dimir, so... this commander costs 6, doesn't it? Yeah, so they're not getting that down for a while. So hopefully we just get in there and kill them before they even get their commander down. This is a good curve. We have 2 lands. Yeah, okay, sure. Too bad we don't have a turn 1 creature. That would be nice, but let's just play this tapped, is what I'm trying to say, so that we don't take the damage. I mean, we're not really worried about getting burned out by this deck, but still. Okay, what do we do? This one creates mana, so that's why I went for it. I don't think they're going to have a blocker here. Yeah, they're probably just going to hold up mana, you know, do Dimir things. They might have a counter spell. Let's force them to use it. I meant a removal spell. Counter or removal spell. Does it matter? I don't think so. Sure, smacking for 3. Okay, we'll test the waters with Ranger class. Counterspell. Gotta be one or the other, right? It's gotta be counter or removal. Swan Song. So they're gonna give me a creature? Okay. We can foretell Packmate. Alright, they're trying to do Drago Dimir things. Let's make them react to this. Cool, I'll draw that again. Hit you for 5. We'll do green because we want to do the Packmate, although I guess it doesn't matter because command tower. Cast you, draw a card. So essentially the memory lapse did nothing because I drew the card that they tried to counter. Except for not letting it hit the battlefield, but it didn't make me draw it again, you know. Are we all even? No. What are they going to choose? Are we all even? Is that all even? Oh, wow. Okay, well, they're tapped out. Commander? What? Yep. Oh, let's try it. It didn't seem to have other kinds of removal. They waited till they had their board wipe. Thirst. Okay. They're digging. Discard a basic. They're reading my commander. If they kill it, we can replay it next turn. We can make them react to Roaming Throne. I think this is better as a land. Counter. That's fine. We'd rather they use the removal on my commander than Roaming Throne. It's mostly werewolves in the deck, so I guess we have to choose one, right? Play their commander. Okay. I guess we just go wide. Okay, mana dork. They can't use it this turn. I'm probably just using it as a blocker, really. No counterspell. Just go for it. Tail's End. Okay. So they can block it. Sure. Still get double triggers. Cavern. Well, that's not a nice one to have against a blue deck, but kind of late. Okay. Ah, they took our Rex Sage. Well, I like them tapping out, but their commander is kind of a problem because it's a 5/6. Seems good. They're playing our deck better than we are. No blocks, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do 8 damage. Oh, man. Very close. They're definitely going to block my commander. Is it nighttime? I guess I could just blow up their commander. Right? Man, I wish I had more mana. I could just kill them. Maybe the best play here is to just do this for now. Get the trigger, put a creature into our hand, play the creature. Make them block it with stuff. Right. We're holding on. We're still at 21 life. Okay. Sure. They're just trying to get through our cards. That's why they're casting them. Wait, why did they choose human? I'm confused. They could just attack all. They have indestructible. I really hope they do. Yes, yes. No blocks. Ooh. Okay. See what they do here. It's been a while since I cast Embercleave, so I'm gonna definitely err on the side of caution. Okay, so they do it like that. So we want to put Embercleave on the unblocked creature. Let's see if they have a counterspell. They paid for it. Yeah, well, there you go. They got a counterspell. Down to 12. Guess we'll just play our commander. One, two, three, 7, 8, 9. We have to somehow get them to 8 life. And then we can Banefire them. Does it? Yeah, that's soul transfer. Okay. Not looking good. It is kind of a cool concept. Like, they get to play our deck while they just draw cards and keep their hand full. Normally, I don't lose against this card because it's so incredibly slow. But once it's down, it's definitely a cool strategy. I think it's more of a commander card than a historic brawl card. But it's definitely working here, and we're down to 1 life. Pox roll, pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's game. We'll just go out on our own terms. GG. Yeah, if their commander wasn't a 5/6, I think we would have been, you know, okay. But yeah, we just weren't fast enough. Also, the what was that spell? The extinction event that wiped the board when we were in control of the game. That was kind of the turning point. We just happened to have all even mana cost creatures. Kind of a bummer. Okay. Did he see? Like a graveyard reanimation kind of strategy. We get to go first. That has haste, so we have a turn 1 play. 3/3. I mean, it's a decent hand. What's this? Oh, nice. Yep. Let's get the werewolf party started. They're on a 24 turn clock. But we do have 4 power down on turn 2, so that's pretty good. We might need this play with fire to finish the game if we get in that same kind of stalemate we did last time. But hopefully we actually get them down that far. Okay. We'll see if they block with that. Otherwise, we're drawing some cards. This is what the deck is supposed to do, right? Be fast, Gruul, you know, kind of style deck, and then draw a bunch of cards off your combat triggers. Okay. Got you. So we can make creatures fight with this, right? Yeah, so we can kill their commander. And then Ember Cleave them next turn. Something like that.
Rules are for push knobs. Let's just fight.
Boom. Cool. See ya. So yeah, that's a better example of how the deck works. So we would have killed their commander there, then attacked. Then they would have played their... I don't know if they would have had enough mana to play their commander again. I think they were missing land drops. And so the writing was kind of on the wall for them. Another Gruul deck. Naeth of the Dire Hunt. I don't know this one. Okay. Whenever one or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. Interesting. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 2 and Gruul hybrid. If you do, double target creature's power until end of turn. The creature must be blocked this combat if able. Okay, kind of interesting. I mean, not the same deck as us, but an interesting, like, similar ballpark deck as ours. We don't have green mana, so I think we have to mulligan this hand. A Braid is nice against their 3 mana or 3 toughness creature. But we have 1 land. Or we have 2 lands. Okay. We have 2 lands. This is a mana creature. Okay, we'll keep. Not great, but it's not awful. We can gain control of one of their creatures too. I guess we're playing you first. And then what? You? The human scout. Can't have all werewolves. Drew a land, which is nice. They did the same thing. Oh, that's cool. It has haste. Didn't even see that. That's good to know. That's a really good mana creature. Wow. Mana dork. Like essentially how the artifacts work. Comes into play untapped. You can use the mana right away. Buy to your commander. Now it costs 6. How much does that add? 1 mana of any color? If we draw a land... Nah, we still couldn't do that. That's a good one. I was thinking we could, like, take control of their creature and then sack it to draw cards, but... They're gonna have a lot of fight spells, so... This might be a... Our creatures are generally really small, so this might be a tough battle for us. 2/5 is nice though against a fight deck. This has first strike. Still can't play their commander. Or, oh yeah, they can't, never mind. Never mind. Draw a card. They can't pay the cost, they have no mana. We could just continue to make 2/2s, right? I mean, it's definitely a strategy. We could make 2 2/2s. Seems worth it. Probably the 2 2/2s. They're a little bored. I think adding more power to the battlefield probably good in this matchup. They could double block and kill this guy, so yeah, no attacks. There's no reason to put my commander down other than the 3/3 body, but we can't attack through them right now. Tovolar? Yeah, that's really good. We still have bodies though. They're outdrawing us by a lot, but we could steal their Kogla. It's too bad we don't have enough mana to steal it and sack it and draw 7, but let's see what we can do. Okay, that's a lot of mana. Yeah, not looking good for our deck. What? Okay. I think they could have paid enough to have their creature fight, right? Or, I don't know. I think they could have done something better there. Well, we're definitely doing this, so...
On my signal, the hunt begins.
So we could steal it and blow up their Ornithopter. I mean, it's not like it's not like the best play in the world, but it's definitely not the worst play in the world. Then we could scry 2. Okay. Blow up their Ornithopter. They probably don't want to block here. Hit them for 7. Okay, I mean it wasn't a bad turn, but we didn't have a way to like take full advantage of that. If they attack with Kogla, we can kill it. So they might not want to attack with it, but they... Oh, I think they can fight with that, right? Yep. I mean, that would make sense. That's what the whole deck does. I mean, we're still at 26 life, but part of me is like, do we play this out? Because I think they're at... I don't really see us getting out of this. Like, our whole deck revolves around... Like, in order to get more cards to fight against them, we have to get our commander down and attack and do combat damage. And I just don't see it happening against this kind of board state. It's not like this deck has board wipes or ways to get out of this situation. So, on to the next one. At least we're getting quick games. Sometimes you sit in the queue waiting for like 5 minutes. I don't know this one either. Exile another target creature you control, then return to the battlefield. Okay, it's like a blink, like Selesnya blink deck. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay green or white. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a unicorn. Is it like a unicorn blink tribal? Probably just blink tribal. I doubt it's unicorn tribal. We get to go first. We have 2 lands. Our good mana creature. Yeah, I think this is a keeper. Yeah. And then we'll do werewolf. I actually spelled werewolf correctly the first time. That's good. That's an accomplishment. I had halfling. Yep. Oh, since this is not a werewolf, I can't use it for that. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's get some power down. 2 permanents for 1. Reclamation Sage, sure. Rather than use it on this than the Roaming Throne later. Okay. Well, we don't have red mana, which is really hindering us, but this is fine. We'll attack. See if they want to block with the Rec Sage. That's fine. We don't want them blinking this, so I'm glad that they took that trade. All the blossoms. Okay, sure. I mean, that's a fair blink target. Okay, well. Let's see. If we attack with this and we add a red, then we can play this guy and we would have 3 mana. We'd have 4 mana. Wait, what? 4 mana. We could play Roaming Throne. That's pretty good. Red mana. Next. Yep. Block it. No problem. Either that or this. So this would give us 3 mana. And we could play our commander. Maybe that's the play. Yep, I think that's the play. We'll have enough mana for Roaming Throne next turn. And we'll still get the double triggers. Glorious Sunrise is also a good card. We'd have enough to play that next turn as well. The commander is a 4/4, so that, you know, that's definitely a body. So I guess what they play this turn dictates what we do next turn. This is sorcery. Too bad this isn't an instant. We could ambush them. Skyclave. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it's our commander, not one of our mana creatures. Yeah, take action. Okay, so they have a bunch of blink targets. We have to attack with this guy to get the mana. Would they block? On a shaman. Well, that's scary. I think we just get Roaming Throne down. I could add 2 mana, right? Yeah. Is that worth it? I don't think so on this turn. I think that's a next turn thing. Because they could easily kill it, and then we're very strapped for mana. But next turn we can get double trigger off this. And play something more expensive. We can either replay our commander or play this enchantment. Yeah, Fauna Shaman's a problem. That is a very good card. They can choose any creature they want. Oracle. Interesting, okay. They needed mana, I guess? Nice, we drew a land, finally, and a good one, too. Okay. We don't have any good attacks. We could just play this and call it good and have a bunch of mana. We could once upon a time for something better. Or we could just play our commander. They're running out of cards. Yeah, I guess we just make them have bad attacks, right? For now. At some point they're going to want to play their commander and start blinking stuff, but I think they need at least one more land to make that happen. Okay. Play their land off the top. Elspeth Conquers Death, really good card. Okay. You give everything +1/+1 and give it trample. Which is pretty good. Refill our hand. Make them have some pretty bad decisions to make. We could just draw a card. I think we gotta... I mean, our deck only works if we put pressure on them. So, I think we gotta do this. We no longer care about the mana creatures. Green. Red. See what they do. It's, what? 12, 16, 20? 20 damage coming at you? Gotta block some of it, right? Okay. They're gonna block my commander. You still get double triggers. Action. Right? Because this is still a werewolf? Yes. And we get a creature. Right? No. No, we don't. Okay. That's a good one to get down. Makes our red and green spells cost 1 less to cast. And not like creature spells, like any spell that's red or green. Elspeth Conquers Death is definitely a card, though. They should probably use it on Roaming Throne. And just get that out of the way. Okay, they're gonna cast their commander. Maybe they were hoping they would get another land drop. They could do both. But now it looks like they can't. They have Vorinclex on top. Tireless Provisioner. Okay. No attacks. Okay. We could do the same thing. Just give haste. And trample. No. We could Valakut a new hand. This would give all our creatures trample. I don't know. I think we just gotta keep attacking them, right? I mean, I know it's right into the Elspeth Conquers Death, but yeah, I think this needs to be a land. We just gotta make I mean, we can't... We're not gonna win if we sit back and don't attack them. Okay. What do I care about killing more? The Fauna Shaman? I mean, it is like, get whatever card you want, right? But their whole deck is around Blink. That's not really a decision I want to make, but yep. And then you battlefield. We want to kill the Oracle more. Okay. Do this now while we actually have it trigger. Or target artifact. Okay. Are any of these artifact creatures? No. Commander costs 8 now though, so that's something. They still have a bunch of mana, but Vorinclex, yep. Down to 11. If we draw a Banefire or something like that, I mean, because we can get 3 extra mana from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're close. Oh yeah, that's probably game. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was the I thought that was a different spell. I thought that was like the 8. What is it? The 8 mana one? It's the one that like you draw a bunch of cards and put all the creatures onto the battlefield. Last March of the Ants. That's what I thought it was. Treasures, yeah. Yep. Probably on my commander. And then they can bring back one of these creatures. So I don't really know of any spell in our deck that gets us out of this. Again, once the board gets gummed up like this, it's pretty tough for us. I mean, that's a good spell. What does that do here? They're not going to want to block it, right? So it gets them down to 5. We can attack with some of our other stuff too. Okay, well. Go for it. Then we can make it big. It's lethal. So you gotta block. Down to 2. Okay, land. Oh man, we're so close. Okay. Man, if we could just draw lightning bolt or shock, that would make me so happy. Doesn't seem likely though, but maybe with Once Upon a Time, right? We'll have a shot. They're also running out of cards. That's gonna suck because Once Upon a Time. Well, I guess it costs 3 because it's being reduced by Goblin Archaeomancer. Grand Evolution. Yep. I don't think we're gonna be able to attack our way to winning. Although they did take their 6/6 off the battlefield, so I don't know if that was smart at 2 life. Put 2 creature cards from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. So yeah, I mean they have 2 creatures in there, right? Because I don't want to target non-fox creature. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, I mean they're fine. To the north. So they're gonna have to block next turn though. Because they are at 2 life. I just wish we had more mana because then we could do more things. I would not attack if I was them. Oh, they're tapping some of their creatures.
If you don't respect
Create
nature,
a 3/3.
we're gonna have a problem.
Okay. Yep. Alright, they're empty-handed.
I call and Decoria
So we gotta win this turn or we're probably not winning this game. Celestis ain't it. I think it's gotta be Once Upon a Time. We don't really want to use any of our green mana, so let's... I'm sorry, our red mana, that's what I meant to say. We're looking for a burn spell. Okay. Look at the top of the card. You may reveal a creature or... Oh, never mind. I thought it was a spell, not a creature or land spell. Well... Is there anything that we can do? I don't think so. I think we're just dead. I mean, we could do this and gain life. Try to keep going. I guess. Yeah, maybe just keep trying to churn through the deck for a burn spell. Right? I mean, we're still at 25. And we can gain more life, too. Do we have a creature with power 3 or greater? We don't. I guess we'll just gain life. Because we are at a high life total. And we'll just keep up blockers. And we'll try. We'll try to... You know, Celestis our way into a burn spell. I don't think they have anything with lifelink. No. Definitely have a ton of mana and the ability to do a bunch of shenanigan things. And they're gonna make their creatures huge, but I think we still have one more turn. Try to find a solution. 10-10 vigilance. Yeah, that's pretty good. But not trampling. Okay. Yep. Popper card. But it makes sense in a blank deck. Make a food. Oh, yeah, they're making food so they can gain life at instant speed. Yep. Probably want to gain life with this guy, right? But we basically have to draw Bane Fire, otherwise we lose. Oh, they didn't opt to gain life. Interesting. They do have 3 food though, so I guess they don't feel like they need to. Because they can crack them all at instant speed if I do come up with something cheeky. And then they can gain 7 life with that. Yeah, I mean, they drew out of... As long as they gain some life here, they've basically drawn out of our way of winning. Our only path to victory. I didn't want to leave the game early. I kind of felt like this is the way the game would go. I wanted to give it a shot, but yep. Sun Titan. Although they're tapped out now, right? Treasure, food? Are these all treasures? No, these are all food. Okay, well they can only gain 3 life at instant speed. Yep. Yep, they're having a good time over there, but if we draw Bane Fire, we can win. Let's see if they use their last 2 mana, because they're just having such a good time partying over there. Bring back a forest. Sure. Resolve all. Can I just like F6 through this whole turn? I don't want to keep pressing resolve all. Like, I got nothing going on, Arena. Make more treasures, yeah. I'll let the game play out, but if I wasn't recording, I would definitely have left this game already a long time ago. I mean, they might get greedy and spend all their mana. There's, you know, I've won games like this before where people are like, there's no way they lose, and then they just make themselves lose. So it's not. We have like a 0.00001 chance of winning, but it's still there if they spend all their mana and they don't gain any life. Because again, like at 3 life, if they spend all their mana, then we could draw a lightning bolt or a Bane Fire. And we can try to get to it with Celestis. But if they keep all that mana up and they are able to crack all their foods at instant speed, then we have 0 chance. Because at 9 treasures, they can crack 4 of their foods. They can gain 12 life at instant speed. There's no card in our deck that's going to do enough. Yep, there you go. So now we have to draw Bane Fire. It's the only card that will kill them. Actually, it won't. So if they pass through the turn here, I'm just gonna scoop, because there's no card. As long as they have mana up, there's no card that we have in this deck that can win us the game. Okay, they're sacking all their food. Yeah, if they sack all their food, that's fine too. That works. Okay. I don't know why it's giving me the timeout screen. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm on 0 timeouts. Like, what the fuck? They're the one taking all the game actions. Stupid arena, man. Like, if I could skip through this I mean, like, I can do this, but I know they're still gonna, like, it's still gonna give me prompts. It's still gonna give me prompts. And maybe they can just win on this turn if they clear my board. I don't know. I don't know if they have enough power. I don't know if they have 28 power on the board that can attack this turn. They're up to 12 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can't win. Okay, cool. Thank God. I just wanted to get out of that game. But I didn't want to leave if we had a chance of winning, right? So I'm not that kind of player, but as soon as there was 0 chance of winning, just leave. Okay, deck review. Sorry if you had to watch that, or you chose to watch that. But again, I didn't want to leave with any, you know, doubt that we could have maybe pulled out a spontaneous victory. It's happened many times. So, like I was saying, I was looking for Lightning Bolt or Banefire, which I'm not sure where Banefire is. So, oh, there it is. Right, so we could do X damage. If X is 5 or more, it can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented, right? Explosive Singularity would have worked if we had a ton of creatures, but we didn't in that situation. Can't think of really anything else in the deck that would have gotten us out of that. So anyway, that's the deck. If you like Gruul, you know, attacking, right, you know, get in there fast and draw a bunch of cards, this is the cool deck to check out. It probably could be built better. Maybe you just really want nothing but wolves and werewolves in this deck to really make it work, but I just don't feel like the wolves and werewolves are that powerful on their own. Some of them are, you know, but like I included like Toski and other stuff like that just to bolster the deck. Or like Roaming Throne. It's not obviously not a wolf or werewolf, but it helps the tribe, right? You know, Herald's Horn, the like tribal support cards I think this deck really needs. And then you're kind of in a tough spot because you're in Gruul. You know, Gruul can be powerful in the, like, big mana Gruul, like Omnath and stuff like that, but when you're talking about like low mana curve Gruul, it kind of is, you either win if you go first and you smack your opponent, you know, and win by like turn 5, or you'll lose if you get past turn 5 and the other person's deck turns the corner, right? That's kind of the theme of every game we played. So, you know, that's not my personal play style, but some people love that. So if you love that kind of play style in these colors, check out this deck list in the description. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.